Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to September 2019. Let's get into your reading. Show me energies present for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of September 2019. You have the Knight of Swords. And the High Priestess. So you may be dealing, you know what, in an interesting way, I also feel that you may be taking a break from somebody who has been very harsh in their words, harsh communication. They don't come with all of the information that you need to process a situation properly. It's somebody who I feel is fighting almost to protect themselves in certain ways, or somebody who's very reactionary in that regard. You may be taking a step back from this person. You may not be wanting to go like along with this anymore. I'm feeling anymore. Could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. High Priestess is Virgo, Pisces energy. Either way, it feels like you are not getting, you're not being treated the way you need to be treated, but you're also not getting the information that is required for you to really do anything truly here. It's almost just somebody who's verbally expressive or explosive, like verbal diarrhea. Yeah, you have the Five of Wands here with this person. I'm doing the readings a little bit differently this time. I don't know why. I'm feeling like I need to do this, so I'm just going to do it. I don't have a particular spread. The only spread I truly know is the, what is it called? Celtic Cross. Most of these spreads that I do are completely intuitive. They're off the cuff. So that's how I've always read. Okay. With this person, you have somebody who needs to be right, who needs to have all of the say. You can't go against them. It's very difficult information, or difficult to process that type of information and situation, just because it's like it doesn't give you the opportunity to speak your mind, to be heard, to say things that matter. And even if you do say things that matter, it's like falling on deaf ears. The Five of Wands is conflict in communication. It's conflict in situations with people. It's a know-it-all. It's somebody who needs to be right all the time. They may be like this because they're hiding something from you, you know? And I feel it's important here for you to use your intuition with this. Show me more. So I feel that this is them. I feel that this is them and their energy. I feel that this is you. With the seven, I'm sorry, I have an imperfect produce truck pulling up right now, and I canceled my subscription like a month ago. So hopefully they're not delivering. Anyways, so I want to go ahead and talk about the Seven of Cups here. The Seven of Cups essentially communicates an energy where we have confusion, or there's options in regard to a situation, yet the options themselves cause a fair amount of confusion. It is dealing with situations and opportunities mainly where we can go a certain direction or choose a certain thing, and we have to be mindful of the direction that it takes us to, you know. I think here too, some part of me, I feel, is you're dealing with somebody that needs to have all say in everything, it feels like. And if this is not your situation, then it's not. You know, we're not going to fake it. Like, there's no point in you continuing to listen, maybe. But if this isn't your situation, it's not your situation. With the Seven of Cups here, it's figuring out what you want to do, which direction you want to go in with this. You know, it feels here, though, again, like it's highlighted in regard to somebody who's stuck. Now, whether that be they're stuck within themselves, they're stuck within the way that they operate, their demeanor, the way that they choose to express themselves. It feels like you're dealing with somebody who's, quite frankly, a bit emotionally immature. At the bottom of the deck for that, you have the Five of Swords. So this is, you know, mental mind games. It's abusive communication. It's somebody who, you know, wins the battle but not the war. It's somebody who incites problems just for the sake of getting their way, or they manipulate things to get their way and they really have little regard for you. It's somebody who uses their words ineffectively, essentially, very much like this Knight of Swords here. And I feel like you, Sag, have the opportunity for many more options out of this situation. Hence why in the beginning of this reading, I felt very, very much compelled to highlight that you may be choosing to not deal with a person like this right now, or take yourself out, give yourself a time off, give yourself a break from this, because it's too much, you know, and then you have the opportunity to evaluate what you want in your life. Nothing wrong with that. Show me more for Sag. Yeah, all about evaluation, figuring out what makes sense for you. You've got 2 sevens here. You know, how do you go about your situation in your life when you don't want to have to deal with this type of behavior? You don't want to have to deal with this type of particular type of immaturity. I feel here that you're going to be making a decision to step away from this. I don't think that this is something that you're going to want to deal with any longer. I think this is going to be also propelling you into a direction that is quite healthy. It's going to be something that offers you longevity. It gives you a sense of stability within yourself because you made the decision to let something go. You know, you can't be in a tyrannical situation and have good things happen. Like, the good thing is to leave it, you know? So you have the Six of Cups here, and the energy between you is the Six of Swords. So with the Six of Cups in this, you may have known this person for a long time. This does not just have to be a love relationship. This can be a parent, a mother and a child, a teenager. You know, this could be an older parent and an adult child. This could be a friend, a lover. It could be a family member, a brother or sister. It could be a coworker. It's somebody who is needing to always be right. It's somebody who has to have the last say. It's somebody who you're frankly tired of this situation because it doesn't really provide anything other than them puffing up and blowing out. Like, what's the point in that? You know, you're evaluating the situation. You may have fond memories or care about this person, but the way that they treat you is not healthy. And so you have to get away from this. The Six of Swords here, it denotes an energy where we have kind of had it in regard to things that leave us emotionally out of balance and mentally out of balance. Okay? So what do? We pick up those swords and we get out. Here, interesting. What he's doing is leaving 2 swords there. He's taking 4. The Four of Swords, this is again another loop around connection to the very beginning of this reading where I said you may not be wanting to take any more time with this person, or you may be putting a block on this. You may be taking some time out for yourself. Four of Swords talks about rest. It talks about recuperating, getting a better understanding on situations, feeling like you have enough wherewithal in a situation to move on from it. It could literally be putting a block up between somebody. Here you have this Four of Swords here, so you're taking them with you to rest, but you're leaving the 2 here. Well, what do the Two of Swords talk about? The Two of Swords talk about stalemates, stagnancy, shutting people out, you know, not communicating because you're not sure what to say yet. Well, that's fine. If you have to evaluate a situation, figure out a different plan in regard to something, so be it. Take the order, take your life in its own order. God damn it, what am I trying to say here? What is it? Please say it. Taking control of your life. Order. Okay, so order keeps coming up. Taking control of your life to bring order. I guess this is chaos. Okay. The Queen of Wands also is an energy where we take the reins of our life. She's somebody who trusts her intuition. She's somebody who goes strongly, gregariously. She's very ready to meet life on life's terms and make things happen. You know, I can see that happening if you've experienced something like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and is this the deck? Okay, so you have the Knight of Swords, and for the Knight of Swords you have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is somebody who holds on to things. They hold on to problems, grudges. They don't allow things to come in. They don't allow things to go out. If this is an indicator of this person, it feels like they're probably going to stay within this combative energy. And that may just be how they are. And it may be enough now to not have you stick around with it. Yeah, Six of Swords. So they may not know that you're just dropping it and you're letting it go. They may not know that you're going to move away from them, but the point of all of this is that you're moving away from them because it brings too much heartache to be stuck to this situation or to be treated by somebody like this. They're not changing, it feels. I feel that this Six of Swords here, this is the energy between you. I feel that this person, you're the one having to move away from it. And they may not know that. You may not be telling them. This may be why you're taking time off to go and heal, retreat, be with yourself, so you can form a galvanized plan in regard to this. I don't think they know yet, though, that you're going to leave. Some of you, this may be somebody who is a love relationship. Either way, it feels like it may be a shock to this person, but they're also going to possibly be very stone cold as well, or harsh. Show me the Five of Wands here. So you have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is somebody who, or it's an energy where essentially we work together. This is all conflict in regard to working together. You can't work together with somebody who is like this. And for them to, you know, think that this can work, it doesn't work. You have the Four of Pentacles here denoting them, or at least, you know, expressing how they are with this Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, it's not a bad card. I'm reading it in a way where I'm feeling that this is more of a lower energy. I know he's upright, but I'm having to go with what I'm feeling, okay? Now, the Knight of Swords upright is somebody who wants to communicate. They want to be honest about their situations, their feelings. You know, they want to get to the meat and potatoes of a situation to remedy things. They want to figure things out. They're usually a peace bringer, a truth bringer. Somehow here, though, I feel that this person is just kind of verbally blunt, abusive. They're conflictual in regard to how they operate with people and the way that they kind of maintain that energy. And they're stuck in it. They're stuck in it. It's causing you to want to get the hell out of Dodge. It's a failure to communicate. It's constant, no matter what, it's constant conflict in regard to trying to build anything with this person on a solid level. Show me the Seven of Cups here for Sag. Yeah, so for the Seven of Cups, you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This is a card where we're out of balance. We don't want to give to a situation. There's nothing more to give, just because it's almost like it falls on deaf ears, or you give to something and over time, over and over again, it's shown to you to be not the healthiest decision to do because the person doesn't change. And I feel in a certain way you're enlightened to that now, Sagittarius. You have Leo energy here. It's an energy, the sun is a very bright energy. It's the most positive card in the deck, essentially. But it's a card also where we have awakenings, shifting in our perception and our understanding of a situation and how we are valued, it's almost, I feel here as if I'm getting the hermit energy too. It's like that spiritual understanding, that personal self-awakening, and the desire to be self-reliant in a situation. Sometimes pulling away from something is the best thing that you can do, especially if you've given to something over and over again and it's provided nothing or very little. Show me the Seven of Pentacles here. Yeah, now we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. This is what I'm feeling. This is who I'm feeling that you're dealing with. And underneath at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Swords. So this is somebody who's pretty much disrespected you. They don't value your time, your energy, your situation. They don't value the connection that you've tried to nurture within this situation. They feel very immature in a lot of ways. It feels like they're just constantly combative. And I think here it's time for you to let that go, Sag. The nice thing about the Ten of Swords, even though it's a pretty rough card, it talks about people basically being shafted, being disrespected, stabbed in the back, essentially. But it's also a card where we are standing up. He's wearing red boots, red cape. Red represents wisdom in situations, having long-standing wisdoms. Each of these swords is a lesson. This is long-standing lessons with this person. This could be, again, a family member, somebody that you have children with, somebody who you've known for quite a time here, okay? But in regard to this, you also have the opportunity to stand up and walk away. He's leaving with one sword. That's you leaving with the sword of truth, clarity, and opportunity. Opportunity for more by not remaining in this. Show me the Six of... So for the Six of Cups, you have the Devil. So this is connections that are entirely toxic. They are people who are stuck in their ways. They don't want to change. If you look at these chains around their neck, they're very loose. They could easily pull those off of their neck, but they choose to be chained to it. This is somebody who's very, very harsh and stuck in their ways. And I think the only way to deal with this is to let go here. And move on. Okay, so let's see. Give me advice for this person. Give me advice for this person. So you have the Wheel of Fortune here for this person. And you have the Magician for you. Two major arcana cards. Very different energies. The energy between you, the Four of Swords, again. That energy keeps being highlighted. It was highlighted in the very beginning from what I was feeling from these cards. So, okay. So for the energy of this person, the advice here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is somebody who's going to remain stuck. I don't think that this person is going to be able to let this go so easily. This is a perpetual cycle of theirs, and this isn't necessarily for you to figure out. Hence why the Four of Swords is between you. This is talking about creating a separation, taking time for yourself, healing yourself. You can't control or heal somebody else, especially when they hold on to this type of energy and behavior. Okay? That's theirs, and they do it quite consistently. I don't know why you would want to do that or represent yourself in that type of way, but some people are very hard. Some people are emotionally disconnected. Some people are incredibly selfish and they don't see that their ways hurt people, They don't see the problems that they bring, and if they do, they don't care. This is not caring here. And here I feel that you are tired of dealing with this person with the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in reverse. You recognize the ways that they are. You recognize what they contribute to you. You recognize if you perpetuate this cycle of maintaining the situation with them, you essentially reconnect and maintain an energy here of the devil, which is toxic connections, people who have codependencies, problems. And it maintains it. It essentially feeds back into this loop, this cycle with the Wheel of Fortune. Let this Wheel of Fortune be theirs. It feels like they want to hold on to this energy. This is the cycles that they're going to have to endure if they do hold on to this energy. Here you have this energy where this Four of Swords, underneath the Four of Swords, you have Justice. So Libran energy, but more so what I feel here is this is a continuation of this. So the Four of Swords is taking time for yourself, making sure that what you need is given, but it's by you. It's recuperating. That brings justice to a situation, and that's by your own design. You can't rely on this person to bring that to you. They've propelled you to the position of having to take this. Some of you may be leaving without really much communication and just putting a block on them, okay? You may not be receiving calls or taking any type of connection to them. That may come as a bit of a surprise to them, but it feels like it's better for you. You'll eventually communicate that, or if you decide not to communicate, you will eventually communicate it. Some of you are communicating that I'm taking time off, or I'm just taking time to heal myself and getting out of this because it doesn't work. When you do that, you bring yourself that justice. You work on your own behalf. You are your own advocate. That is when we learn. That is when we grow. That is when the universe says, oh shit, look at you. You don't want to be in this situation because you know it's unhealthy. Oh, well, let me give you something that works a little bit better with what you do want, or you manifest it. It's not maybe just the universe manifesting. Like, you are a co-creator in this. You are a creator. Like, please don't think that the universe just has a little box where it says, oh, Sue or Joey, let me open my box for you and spit out some of this and that. Like, it's not like that. Like, put out what you want, create what you want. Sometimes when you remove things and create a negative space or a void, it gets filled in by something that is better, something that is a match to you and your energy. Because if you're not vibing with this anymore and you want something better, something that is healed, something that is rejuvenating and energetically worth your time, you better be sure that that energy is going to be reciprocated to you, not by this person, but by something new. And by taking this and moving on, you give yourself the opportunity for more. The Magician is an energy where we are manifesting, where we are choosing to learn from our past experiences with people within ourselves, whether that be just in regard to people or whether that be ties and cycles in regard to how we operate in our relationships, the things that we feel, the connections where we have hard times letting things go. It's reevaluating them. It's learning from what doesn't necessarily work for you and moving towards something better. Okay? Yeah, I feel you have a lot coming to you, Sagittarius, but it all starts when you remove yourself from this person, this lover, this family member, whomever this is. They're quite toxic, and it doesn't seem like they're letting it go. It just seems like that's how they are. Some people live out their lives like that, but doesn't have to mean you have to. It doesn't have to mean you need to also stay connected to this type of personality. This person is deeply rooted in some sadness. Show me energy for the sign of Sagittarius, please. Show me for Sagittarius, please. So you're getting 2. So you have scallop and fennec. Oh, you got 3. Scallop, mushrooms, and fennec fox. I love fennec foxes. They're so cute. Little foxfires. Okay, so scallop. Let's check out scallop. Goddess, travel, femininity, vessel. The scallop has many associations across multiple religions. It is affiliated with the Roman goddess Venus and the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, making it a symbol of femininity and as a vessel. In Christianity, it is associated with the Apostle St. James and was a popular icon among pilgrims journeying to a shrine in the Spanish city of Santiago de Compostela. This gives the scallop its association with travel. An interesting thing to note is the ridges along the shell, which converge together to one focal point at the base. To Christians, this is symbolic of the many pilgrims journeying to a holy site, while in Celtic society it resembles the sun's rays during sunset. However you want to take that, take it. I feel it's an energy where we're traveling away from this. Some of you may be reconnecting. I'm not saying that all of you are female, but some of you may be reconnecting to your receptive energy. And by that, I mean the receptive energy you have towards yourself, reconnecting with yourself, looking and evaluating your self-worth, your value, what you mean, and what you may have not been shown in this. And it's now highlighting it for you so you can understand what you do deserve, what you don't deserve, what you are necessary, how you are necessary, and how vital you are. It's a self-understanding, it's self-reflection, it's getting to be in touch with yourself, through a painful time. But they're all healing. All pain is healing. All pain is for our benefit. We just have to look deep within it and allow it to move. When we stagnate with pain, when we don't let it go, when we think that we're a victim, we hold that energy and, well, not very much changes. So I urge you to open yourself up and allow some things to change. See your value, see your self-worth, understand your validity and your, who you are. So, mushrooms. Oh, it's the next page. How nice. Mushrooms, growth in dark times, longevity, exactly what I just talked about. Asian cultures associate mushrooms with longevity and strength. Certain edible mushrooms, such as shiitake, were used as herbal remedies for centuries. Mushrooms grow in the darkest, most unexpected places, in damp soil and rotting wood. Some species, such as morels, grow in places where there were previously fires. Even in difficult times, life finds a way. Absolutely. And I think you're doing that. Most definitely. Where's Fennec Fox? Fennec Fox, pioneer, adaptation. The fennec fox is the smartest of all foxes and is found in the deserts of North Africa. In such a harsh environment, these marvelous creatures have evolved large ears which radiate body heat and keep them cool. Their paws are hairy, which act as snowshoes and also provides protection against the searing hot sand. Like other desert animals, they are also able to go a long time without water. These interesting adaptations remind us to always be open to change, even under difficult circumstances. Yes, letting this go is a huge change. It catapults you towards something absolutely worth your while, okay? You can't change people, but you can change your situation. And sometimes removing yourself from people is the best way to do that. Some of you are not going to be communicating this to this person. You may just zip out and go, which is fine. In certain ways, it's fine. If you feel the necessity to talk to this person and let them know what you're doing, excellent, But I think if you're closing out a cycle with somebody, it's important to communicate that. I mean, that's my personal. I just like being upfront with people. Like all of my relationships, I'm still friends with my exes because we communicated, even if it was harsh shit. And if we needed to take like a couple years off and come back again later to just be friends, we did. But it's time to adapt. It's time to change. It's time to accept and accelerate and allow this growth to happen. Take your time, heal from this. A lot is coming to you. A lot of change is coming to you, but with that comes clarity, understanding. And I'm sorry if you have to cut somebody out of your life, especially if it's a family member or somebody that you care about dearly, even if it's a lover, brother, sister, you know, whomever this is. They're very stuck in their ways, and it doesn't seem like they're ready to let that type of personality and energy go. So rather than you maintain it, I think it's best for you to do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're in a better place and not subjected to that type of negativity. So, all right, Sagittarius, I love you guys. I will talk to you soon, and I hope you have a wonderful beginning to September. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if you choose to donate to my channel, there's a link in the description box below, and I appreciate that and your time and consideration to my channel, and I will talk to you guys soon. All right, take care, Sag. Bye-bye.